Hey, good Friday, everyone. It's Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm live here in Lincoln, Nebraska to show you some fun cards that I made in a class this week with the Happy Tales bundle. Well, so far outside, it's a sunny day. We're hoping to hit like the mid-30s. But like most of the country, we're expecting some rain and freezing rain and then some more snow. Most of us are quite over winter, but it does give us a really good opportunity to stay inside and stamp. So this last week I had 2 nights of a different class using the Happy Tales bundle. And before I clean up my mess, I wanted to show you a few of the cards that we made and a couple of the quick techniques that we used. First of all, it was using the Happy Tales stamp set along with the Dog Builder Punch. Get those as a bundle and it's $31.50. You save 10% when you buy them in a bundle from Stampin' Up's Occasions catalog. When this catalog first came out, I was so excited. That was the first set I wanted to buy because even though I don't have a dog right now, I used to have a Basset Hound named Max, a 50-pounder, who thought that he was a lap dog and he was just the most awesome animal. So I really do love to make dog cards for people. And during the craft shows we've done, many have asked us about dog sympathy cards. So I always make sure to have a dog sympathy card on hand because with our rubber stamping products, we can make some really fun and unique cards without having to go buy them in a store. That would be unspeakable. So anyway, we're going to be using the Happy Tales bundle, and I'll show you a few techniques this morning. And if you can't catch me live, watch the replay on my Facebook page, Kim Quady Plays with Paper. In class, so we had 2 nights of class, Tuesday and Thursday. I like to give each participant a treat packet. So the participants in the class this week received this cute little treat using Stampin' Up Sweets Treats containers. They do come undecorated. You get 10 of them for $8.50, so they're 85 cents a piece, and you can decorate them any way you like, and you know what's inside. Dog treats. Usually I get chocolate, but dogs can't have chocolate, so this time the owners came and got treats for their dogs. And the paper that I used to decorate this sweet cup with is from Stampin' Up's Botanical Butterflies Designer Series paper. And you do know that, or even if you don't, you do now, it's Stampin' Up Celebration, one of our biggest sales of the year. It goes through March 31st, and for every $50 or $100 purchase, you receive your choice of a free item from the Celebration brochure. And it could be anything from our exclusive stamp sets, they're awesome, to the Designer Series paper, embossing folders, and more. So this particular paper, it does have butterflies on it, but on the other side are some really awesome designs, including that houndstooth design that you see on my treat cup. So there's some butterflies, black butterflies, other butterflies, some black, and then on one side, this is a fun color, and then there are stripes on the other. So this is some really awesome paper that's kind of neutral or masculine on one side and butterfly-ish on the other. Again, free with a $50 purchase during celebrations. So that might be one of your choices. So that's how I put together that little treat packet. One thing you should know is that if you ordered the sweet cups from me, and I'm thinking this template is available online, but Stampin' Up! Has developed a sweet cup sleeve template. So what you need to do is print one of these off of your computer, and I could send you a PDF free if you're interested in it. You cut out this little piece, then you place this on top of your designer series paper, trace it, cut it out, and then use a little bit of tear and tape, wrap it around, and just hook it right here, and then decorate as you like and fill with whatever you want. All right, I'm going to turn the camera down so that I can show you some of the cards and the techniques that we did this week. So if you leave any comments, I won't be able to see them in this setup that I have right now. But if you leave some comments, I will go through after this and let you and answer them for you. So. Okay. One of the first cards that we made last night was this cute little Dalmatian. Again, look at that designer series paper. The dots is another of the designs that you can find in that Botanical Butterflies designer series paper. Hi Pat, thanks for joining me today. I know you have a dog, so this is a class that you might enjoy. The sentiment, keep calm and wag on. Some of the other sentiments in that Happy Tales stamp set: friends forever, so sorry for your loss, a best friend leaves a paw print on your heart, keep calm and wag on, and just for you, and ruff ruff. Hi Tammy, thanks for joining me. We're talking about the class I had with the Happy Tales stamp set and the coordinating dog builder punch. So this is one very easy card that we made last night. We did not make this card last night, but when you start to get pieces of paper on the table and your mind starts going, what can I make? What can I make? So here's another dog sympathy card that I made. I had an extra old olive stitched shape circle, so I used that along with our Wood Textures designer series paper for a dog sympathy card. Keeping in the line of the Wood Textures designer series paper, I had just a little piece left over, so I layered it on a piece of crumb cake cardstock with that Stampin' Up's crackle background. And all I had to do was punch out the black lab puppy and put him on there. So sorry for your loss. So I have a dog sympathy card all ready to go for unfortunately when I need that. It's a really sad thing when someone loses someone they love, part of their family. This is a card we did make last night. Some of the features of that, this is the Stampin' Up's Wood Textures designer series paper. And I know you can't feel that from here, but I did run that through the Subtles embossing folder, and it gives it, not only does it look wood texture, it feels wood texture. And I used the two-step stamping doghouse. Now, this card that we made last night was inspired by this fun card here made by Monica Davis. I received this swap card at a Michigan Stampin' Up! Leaders event a couple of weeks ago, and I really thought it was super cute. So I fashioned my card a little bit like hers. Hers has another fun element in there. So that's that one. Another card we did make last night, and I'm going to credit Carolyn Sander for this. It's just a fun, really quick and easy card. So that's using Smoky Slate. This is crushed curry. And we have a crumb cake and crushed curry. So another very easy, simple, so sorry for your loss dog's sympathy card. On these others, I I know it's backward print, but I'll read it to you. It says, "Know that today a friend is thinking of you." And I put a couple of those in the mail today. My aunt, who suffers from kidney issues, she's snowed in Minnesota, but she has a black lab, and I just thought that would be a fun card for her. That sentiment and if others are a part of the Part of My Story stamp set. And you heard me mention Celebration going on through March 31st. This is one of the free stamp sets you can earn with a $50 purchase before tax and shipping. Some of the other sentiments: let's get together and giggle. The world needs more people like you. I'm so glad you are a part of my story. Here's to those who inspire us and don't even know it. You're my chosen family. So that is a really awesome stamp set for just those sentiments. I'll quickly show you how this card went together. I used Stampin' Up's very vanilla note cards and envelopes, and these are a real bargain. For $6.50, you get 20 pre-cut and scored note cards with envelopes, so cards can come together real easily. So I took a piece of just Whisper White. No, that's not Whisper White. This is very vanilla cardstock to the width of my card, and I'm going to take the punch and push it all the way in. I'm going to make sure that it's even on both sides. I'm not too picky about whether it's even. Punch it out, and then you also have a punch out dog for later. So I've just layered the dog right there. I'm going to use crumb cake and open my crumb cake and use one of Stampin' Up's sponges, and I can just sponge away. Just use a circular motion and I can make my puppy. So I've made a stencil essentially with that, and I can make the dog face either way. I could turn the card another way and make the dogs face each other, but I'm just going to gently sponge and think about all the Stampin' Up colors we have and all the different colors you could make your dog. If you want to go crazy, you could be purple with our Highland Heather or gorgeous grape. But so we just sponge them until you have the darkness. If you wanted to include the heart, you could do so. Set that aside. And when I remove that, voila, I have a dog, and then I can put a sentiment up here. I could put a sentiment down here. I could put the sentiment across. But I just thought that was a really fun, quick, and easy way that you could make a bunch of cards in a short period of time that you could just send out to those people who need a little pick-me-up, especially with the dogs. So I'm going to set that one aside. If you have any questions, let me know. I see that Linda has joined us, and Sarah Mueller. So thanks for joining me. Now, the other card we made last night was this Just for You. And you'll notice in this card that the dogs are facing each other. But the stamp set, the dog only faces one way. And so there's a really fun technique using Stampin' Up Stamparatus that will help us achieve that. And it's called mirror stamping. And I will credit Helen Reed for a video I saw on how to accomplish that mirror stamping. So I'm going to slide my Stamparatus in here and show you how I accomplished that with, if I don't tip things over here. So I have, my dog is all mounted on my plate. I took some time to position him where I thought I wanted him on my sheet, and you could move him anywhere you want. But I'm going to start out not using my Whisper White sheet of paper is measuring 4 by 2 3/4. So I'm just going to, oh, and one thing, I really do like to use a stamp set underneath that hinge there just to give me some leverage. And I'm using Stampin' Up's Memento ink, and I'm going to ink up the dog. You can see there, and just flip it over and stamp on Stampin' Up's silicone craft sheet. Because this is a photopolymer, a completely see-through stamp, I am using the Stamparatus, the black matte that comes with your Stamparatus, and then Stampin' Up silicone matte. And then I'll ink him up one more time. And what the wonderful part about this stamp positioning tool is that that dog is going to go in exactly the same place that I had placed him before. All right, so now to get the dog image on there, I'm just going to stick my paper in the corner. And I don't have to apply the ink, but I'm going to apply the ink, and then I'll show you what the benefit of that is. And I'm just going to stamp that and press down evenly and firmly. And then you'll notice that I have the dog on both sides. So when I punch him out, and I'm not going to because I want to show you the rest of my card, I would have the dog image on both sides, and then you could decide which side of the dog you wanted to use. All right, so we've got the one dog facing to my left, so we're going to now add the other dog. I'm going to just slip that in the corner and put my magnet on, and those magnets are terrifically strong, so I usually just use one. I find that that's enough. And then I'm just going to ink up my dog with my Memento ink. Flip it over and press down evenly and firmly. And I have an image of two dogs facing each other that I can now put onto my card. Very, very fun. And so think about, you could use this for the roosters that are part of the celebration. You could use it for the kitties. Other people use it for the reflective technique. Say that you want some trees to reflect into the water. You could use this same technique using Stampin' Up's silicone matte. Just to give you some measurements, this 4 by 2 3/4 Whisper White sheet is layered onto a pineapple punch that's measuring 4 by 3. Then I took a piece of about 16 inches of white baker's twine and wrapped it around and tied a bow. I layered that onto the Best Route piece of designer series paper measuring 5 1/4 by 4, and then layered that onto a gray granite base. And I have a simple card that I can just slip in the mail today for someone who I want to know that I'm thinking of them. That's a blueberry bushel heart, and that comes from just this little heart right here in Stampin' Up's punch. So that's a nice little feature to have for that punch as well. So I just wanted to quick show you that fun technique. Let me know if you have any questions about the mirror stamping technique. And Sarah, I just popped up. Sarah's asking, will this technique use using a rubber stamp? Yes, it will work using Stampin' Up's red rubber stamps. It won't work with the wood-mounted ones, but the difference would be that we would just pull out the matte. We would not use the black matte, and we would be able to then use the Stamparatus easily with that. So it could be used with these stamps as well. Hi, Vicki from Ohio. Thanks for joining me. So just a couple of quick things. Just a reminder, it is Celebration. So if there's something in that catalog you're looking for, please be sure to get it now. There are some things that are really going quickly. Yes, Marty, watch the replay and let me know if you have any questions. I do also want to mention that in addition to getting some free stamp sets during Celebration, if you have a really long wish list, like I always do, now is a really good time to buy Stampin' Up Starter Kit. For $175, you can choose, that's way backwards. For $99, you can choose $175 of any Stampin' Up product. So, and it's all shipped free, along with some extra catalogs that you can use to get started For $129, you would get this awesome Stampin' Up's exclusive craft and carry tote. So you get for $129 the craft and carry tote, and $175 worth of any product. So it's a great time to look at Stampin' Up Starter Kit, and then after that you get a 20% discount on all of your purchases. I hope you enjoyed my video today on the dog, the Happy Tails bundle with the stamp set and the coordinating punch and the samples I showed and the mirror stamping technique. This will be available on www.kimplayswithpaper.com and my Facebook page. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll try to be back next Friday. Happy Friday.